I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. But this just needs to stop. Whether I am scrolling Twitter or Instagram or working with a client, I see these 5 things come up over and over and over again. Things that every creator needs to stop doing like yesterday. Number 1, comparing yourself. Like just stop it. Yeah, that's so much easier said than done. I used to get stuck in the comparison trap all the time. I would compare myself to 2-parent homes where they contributed to each other, and I am a single mom. So comparing myself to a 2-parent home wasn't really fair to myself nor to my brain, because it's going to be completely different. You can use the comparison trap that your brain tries to pull you into as a useful tool in the sense of getting inspired. I could say, oh my gosh, she's a single mom and she made it happen. I'm gonna get inspired and make it happen too. But that is very different than,
I should be able to do that because she did it, so why can't I?
One is empowering, the other is defeating. So if you're not using it for inspiration, it's gotta go. Number 2, this one hurts me to my core because I do it all the time still and I'm working on it. You gotta stop all of the learning that you're doing without the implementation. It's just gotta stop. I get it. There are a ton of really great YouTube educators out there. I follow a lot of them. I watch every video of a lot of them. But if I watch 100 of Nick Nimmin's videos and I don't apply a single thing I learned, I wasted a whole lot of time. It would have been far better for me to watch one video and spend 6 hours on the implementation than to watch 6 hours of videos and never do a damn thing. You can learn how to run a marathon. You can read the books. You can read about optimum nutrition. You can read about the best ways to train. But if all you do is read and you learn, the day the race comes, you're gonna be dead by mile 1. You gotta start implementing what you learn. Learn something, take immediate action. Whether it's putting a date on your calendar that you're gonna do something by, or you actually take physical action towards it, doesn't matter. Do something to move you in the right direction. Don't just learn it, implement it. Whew, this one is, it's a sore subject. You gotta stop chasing the shiny new strategies. I get that there are always 5,000 new creators coming out with 5,000 new growth hacks. I mean, there are all these people teaching you about social media and YouTube and TikTok and short form versus long form and podcasting, and heck, I'm one of them. But what you will not catch me doing is telling you to try a shiny new object every time you see one, because I did that for years. Instead of sticking to something, I chased shiny object and I'd do it for a couple weeks and I'd be like, oh, that looks interesting, so I'd go over here. And then I would see something over here and I'd go, oh, that's interesting, I'll go over there. And then I never actually ended up making progress because I was so busy chasing. I was exhausted. I was really busy and I was going and I was hustling, but I was hustling to nowhere because I didn't stick with anything long enough to get anywhere. And here's a secret that nobody really wants to talk about, but it's true. Almost every strategy works. I can give you best practices and someone else is gonna give you a growth hack, and as long as you're consistent with the growth hack, it's gonna work. If you're consistent, it's going to work. And it doesn't work because it's a hack, it works because you're consistent at it. It works because you don't give up when you get discouraged. That is the power of sticking to one strategy. And when I say stick to something, I mean stick to it for 30, 60, 90 days. And it feels like a long time, but that's 3 months. And that 3 months goes by real fast when you are cranking out content and you are making sales in your business, or you're working towards your first clients and you're creating opt-ins and freebies and sales pages. Like, if you can stick to something for 90 days, you will see results. And after you do something for 90 days, you'll be able to go, okay, this worked, this didn't work. I'm not changing because I'm chasing. I'm changing because I have strategy and I have data to back up what it is that I'm doing, so I can make an intelligent business decision to pivot or do more of this thing because it works. You've got to give yourself a chance to see results. Number 4, you're doing too much thinking without taking enough action. Thinking is necessary, obviously. You wouldn't be a creator if you didn't think of being a creator. You wouldn't be a creator if you couldn't think of ideas. Thinking matters, but thinking is not what gets you results. Action is what gets you results. I could think about a free event that I can put on for my people to help them get results. I could think think about a product, I could think about an offering, I could think about a video, but until I put my butt in a seat and turn on a camera, or until I put my butt in a seat and take action, until I reach out to that client, until I do these things, I'm never actually going to see results. The faster you make decisions, the faster you're going to see results. The faster you see results, the faster you will fail. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. The faster you learn, the faster you succeed. Failure is scary, which is why we avoid failure through constant thinking. But once you're able to say, I'm willing to get it wrong, I'm willing to fall on my face, I'm willing to get 0 views, I'm willing to be told no, I'm willing to put myself out there, the moment that I do that is the moment that there's gonna be a dramatic shift in my trajectory. You've got to stop the overthinking and instead start taking action. I already hear the comments, I already hear the people reaching out, but Karleigh, how do I know if this is right for me? How do I know that this is something I wanna do? How do I know that this isn't gonna screw it up? How do I know this isn't gonna fail? And here's the reality, you don't. You will not know until you try. You've got to put some action behind those thoughts. And this last one, you've got to stop getting overwhelmed. When my business coach taught me this, it pissed me off so bad, and I resisted it for months. And once I accepted that I was actively choosing to be overwhelmed, that I was actively choosing to live in this place, it made me realize how much I was choosing to live mediocre and how much I was avoiding actually seeing results. There's typically 2 things that happen when you get overwhelmed. Number 1, you're taking in so much information that there's so much going on, and you're like, okay, Roberto Blake says this strategy, Nick Nimmin says this strategy, Daniel Batal says this strategy, Vanessa Lau says this strategy, and Jasmine Star says this strategy. I don't know what to do. What if it's all right? What if it's all wrong? How do I know it's right for me? So there's so much, so I'm going to choose to do nothing, and instead of just picking something and running with it, I am going to choose to be overwhelmed. The second thing that happens is that you're choosing overwhelm to avoid taking action. You're choosing to be, I don't know where to start. And not knowing where to start is safer. And so I don't actually want to put myself out there and risk getting trolled or risk getting made fun of or risk failing or risk proving my mom right when she said this is a waste of time. So I'm gonna sit and overwhelm because that's safer. But here's the way to break out of that. Stop consuming and start creating. Decide right now what you're going to have done by the end of next week. Figure out a plan and then make it happen. Do not watch another YouTube how-to video. Do not watch another video on growth hacking for reels. Post your video, post your reel, whatever it is, just do something. And once you do something, you're gonna realize that you survived. And once you survive that, you're gonna do it again. And you're gonna do it again. And then you're gonna do it again and realize that you're capable of a whole hell of a lot more than you ever thought possible. If you can just pick one of these 5 things and decide that today is the day that you're done and you're not giving into this anymore, your life will drastically change. The next thing you need to work on is your consistency. And I did a video that teaches you exactly how to do it right here.